செய்தியாளர் HD கனடாவின் இன்றைய முக்கிய செய்திகள். இலங்கை செய்திகள்.
இந்திய இலங்கை உறவு என்பது நட்புக்கு அப்பாற்பட்ட சகோதரத்துவமாகும். நெருங்கிய புரிதலுடன் இரு நாடுகளுக்கும் இடையிலான உறவுகளை பலப்படுத்துவதே ஜனாதிபதியின் நோக்கமாகும். சாகல ரத்நாயக்க. ஜனாதிபதி ரணில் விக்ரமசிங்கவின் இந்தியாவுக்கான உத்தியோகபூர்வ விஜயத்தின் மூலம் இந்திய இலங்கை உறவுகள் மேலும் பலப்பெற்றதுடன் எதிர்காலத்தில் இரு நாடுகளும் பரந்துபட்ட புரிதலுடன் செயல்பட வேண்டும் என எதிர்பார்த்துள்ளதாக ஜனாதிபதியின் தேசிய பாதுகாப்பு தொடர்பான சிரேஷ்ட ஆலோசகரும் ஜனாதிபதியின் பணிக்குழாம் பிரதானியுமான சாகல ரத்நாயக்க தெரிவித்தார்.
Such, I would like to invite our chief guest and all distinguished guests to approach the aircraft for inspection.
A lot of target at sea because with the radar. What is monsoon will the operating go down? No, just visual can say which way. So that has been but for the one mobile phone and very good resolution. And on thank you and also ultra wide.
High Commission.
Ayubowan, Varakkam, Namaskar, very good morning to all of you. A year ago, we welcomed the first Dornier aircraft, as has been mentioned, and I'm very happy to be here today to be with all of you at the turnaround of the Dornier. This second aircraft which has come, I'm sure in the same way as its predecessor has added to the capabilities and to our shared security, it will continue to do its fine job. It's also a matter of great pleasure for me to note that the previous aircraft worked to the satisfaction and according to the expectations that had been associated with its presence on the Sri Lankan soil. Very kind words had been spoken about India, about the government of India and my colleagues. I will only say that the vision of our two leaders, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and the Honorable President, His Excellency Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, the vision of these two leaders is for our people to grow together, to travel together to prosperity, and to build even greater connectivity and stronger economic partnership. This goal will be well served with our great and growing cooperation in the sphere of defense and security. The presence of the Dornier not only adds valuable experience to Sri Lankan Air Force and the capability of its men and women, but it also helps, as has been noted, in looking after not only Sri Lanka's security, but also security of the region. We are very happy that as a prominent nation, a maritime power in the Indian Ocean region, as a hub of transport and energy, Sri Lanka will also continue to play its vital role in ensuring security in the region, and we are even more happy to cooperate and collaborate in that regard. Yesterday, as has been rightly noted, was the 77th Independence Day of India. We have also celebrated in February Sri Lanka's Independence Day, 75 years And as we both move towards our respective 100 years, what we call the Amrit Kal in India, the next 25 years, and the progress and journey of Sri Lanka from today for the next 25 years of its independence, we both have the same goal of being a developed nation by our respective 100 years. In this journey, the Indian people and the government of India are privileged to be standing shoulder to shoulder with the people of Sri Lanka. And I am happy to note that this collaboration and cooperation is well supplemented by our growing and very strong cooperation in the defense sphere. For that, towards the end of my brief remarks, I would like to very sincerely thank the leadership of Sri Lanka, His Excellency the President, who himself is the Defense Minister, of course, the National Security Advisor, Mr. Saglaji, and the entire top brass of the Ministry of Defense and all our colleagues in the tri-services, without whose cooperation, without whose unstinted support, we would not be here today. So once again, I wish the aircraft and its crew all good luck and best of wishes are with them for the fulfillment of the task and responsibility which have been assigned to them. Thank you very much. Bahumai Stuti, Nandri, Dhanyavad.
It was just 1 year ago that we were here at a similar ceremony when His Excellency the President accepted the first of the Dornier aircraft into the Sri Lanka Air Force fleet. Our neighboring friends were gracious enough to assist us. It is not only with this aircraft that we have received India's assistance. It's been a long-standing relationship, but in more recent times, when we were going through the economic crisis, India stepped up beyond the call of duty to lend us a hand. We were having difficulty in providing the basics to our people, leaving alone our responsibilities in the region, such as the maritime reconnaissance or the maritime domain awareness work that is expected of Sri Lanka, considering on this important location in the Indian Ocean. I remember when President Wickremesinghe was here at that function, he made very special mention of this. And we, in our recent visit to India, have developed a closer bond and a vision for how we will work together in the future as well. Connectivity is the key word. It's a big word, actually. It has a wide area of meaning. It can be road connectivity, it will be people-to-people connectivity, economic connectivity, logistical connectivity, security connectivity. It's large sphere. And we as neighbors cannot change the fact that we are neighbors. We will have to work together to ensure the safety of each other. I have to also make mention that at difficult times, the American government and the government of Australia also stepped up in the area of maritime security to assist the Sri Lanka Air Force and the Sri Lanka Navy with much needed fuel. It sounds very primitive when I talk of fuel, but that is the time we went through. Much needed fuel, and not stopping at that, have also pledged further assistance to help us expand our fleet. Our fleet suffered during the economic crisis. It wasn't only the people, but many other things suffered, and along with that came the difficulties of fleeting the Sri Lanka Air Force. Our aircraft were want of overhaul. We had to refleet to keep up with technology and the modern requirements, and this entire program has suffered. So again, I must say we are very grateful to India for supporting us through this. You were the first to step up, and as always, we are very grateful to you for that. There was, in the previous speeches, the value of maritime reconnaissance and our responsibility in the maritime domain. It's actually a little beyond that. Okay, in one way, you have to ensure the security. And security means preventing drug smuggling, preventing the transport of or smuggling of weapons, and people smuggling, or even pirating. But it doesn't stop at that. It also goes into humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Now, all of these are required of us as a country that is located in a prime location as we are in this Indian Ocean. But we had to think beyond. Now, when the Sri Lanka Air Force started, these were not our threats. The threats have evolved over the time. Then came the war. During the war, it was a different role that we played. Our role is different now, and it keeps changing. And within the role, the demands will only keep increasing because everybody's technology will keep improving. So it's important that we as a country strategize our requirements for the future, the defense requirements of the three forces of Sri Lanka. We need to start thinking of that. We need to start thinking of how we modernize our armies, what our strategies would be, and we will be starting on that work, or we have started on that work as we speak. His Excellency the President will announce the way forward tomorrow, or on Friday when he speaks at the Naval Pass Out in Busa. But we have to think beyond that as well. We were speaking on the tarmac that deforestation is happening rapidly. Sand mining is happening. All of this takes away from the future of our country. So we need to work together to safeguard our environment. We can be in this prime location. We can have the best potential for solar energy. We can have the best potential for wind energy. We can be a strong force in the climate economy. But if our environment is going to keep deteriorating due to the bad deeds of our own people, then we need to make more steps towards stopping that. So the Air Force, the Navy, the Army, along with the other agencies that are tasked with these, will have to work together, coordinate together to ensure that we safeguard the environment for the future of our country and for the future generations. Anyway, I know His Excellency the High Commissioner has a meeting today with our Foreign Minister very shortly, so I don't want to keep speaking very much longer. Just want to say thank you again, and thank you very much to the Sri Lanka Air Force for the efforts you have taken since the war to safeguard this country.